Good morning, guys. Good morning. Eyes look a little baggy today. But hey, guys, I am back today with, I always say this every time with every video. I am back today with another video. Anyways, if you are new looking at this video for the first time, hello. My name is Deidre. I am a certified life coach and I help rehabilitate women who have experienced toxic relationship cycles so they can boss up and break free. So today this is going to be like a quick coaching video because I wanted you to really think about stuff. So the title of today's video is what is the status of your life? But before we get there, y'all know I always have a scripture. So I'm going to sit here and share this scripture with you. Hold on. No, I lost this scripture. Okay, so the scripture is James chapter 1, verse 22 through 25. And it says, "But be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. For if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass. For he beholdeth himself and goeth his way, and straightway forgetteth what the manner of man he was." Okay, so what I want you to ask yourself is do what do I want my life to mirror? Like, what do I want my life to reflect? When you think of a mirror, and this pertains to this scripture, when you think of a mirror and when you're looking at the mirror, you're seeing your own reflection. And as you're doing things with your body, sometimes moving around, trying to make sure nothing is on your clothes, or just sitting here twirling around, maybe even dancing in the mirror, or lifting your arms up, or whatever you are doing, that mirror is reciprocating the very thing you're doing with your body. And so, what I want to tell you is, what is your life mirroring? What is it reflecting? Everything you're doing and everything that is happening out of your life is a reflection of what you're doing. Every action is sitting here and producing something, right? And you hear me all the time say, what is your life producing? So I really want you to ask yourself this question: what is my life mirroring? And I want you to sit here and write each question that I'm about to tell you to reflect over. So the first question is, do my relationships reflect what I want to see? So, oftentimes what I see typically is a person who wants to have a certain relationship or a friendship. They can tell me and list the extravagant things they want to see in a relationship, whether it's just building trust, this person loving them in a healthy way, or doing all this stuff. But what I find is what they're desiring is different from what they're living out. So what I really want you to ask yourself is, what is my relationship reflecting? Is it reflecting the things that are coming out of my mouth, or is the actions, kind of at war with what I'm saying I want to see? So the second question is, what will be the worst consequence if I stay? And you really have to ask yourself this, because so many times people don't really reflect over the losses that they're accumulating through just settling, through just sitting here and compromising and saying, hey, you know what, it's going to get better eventually. And so many times, what would get better eventually now goes on for 10 plus years. And we don't want that. We don't want to sit here and let settling be a solution. We want to sit here and always allow progression to be the solution of everything we do, where everything in your life should not sit here and just have a thing where it just stays like this. Never. There should always be in your life like something that is going like this. Everything you're growing. Even with my marriage, guys, I reflect now, like how we were in 2014 is totally different now than how we're in 2022. There is a constant progression happening within us individually and with us collaboratively. So I want you to understand there should never be anything you attach to that just stays like this and does not sit here and have some type of growth or elevation behind it. If it does, then you really need to reconsider and ask yourself, okay, what's going on? So the other question is, what have you not admitted out loud concerning your relationship? Because let's be honest, another thing that I find interesting when I'm coaching women is they'll tell me they get an indicator of something, but they don't really. They kind of put a blind eye towards it as if it doesn't exist concerning the people that they're involved with. And my thing is, what you admit out loud is now something that has to come to subjection in what you're observing. Because if you don't admit it out loud, then you're going to continuously be blind to it. And we don't want that. We want to make sure that what we are seeing, and we're seeing it for what it is, that we're now bringing life to it so we can know what to do afterwards. So I really want you to be honest with yourself and ask yourself, what am I not admitting out loud concerning this relationship, whether good or bad? But I need you to really sit here and speak loudly about it so you can really now come to grips with yourself. Okay, is this relationship really good for me, or is it really not? Another question is, what does your ideal relationship look like? So I think, you know what's interesting? I find it interesting. It's easy to always speak about what we want to see and how like our life will look, but it's a lot harder sitting here and trying to figure out the action plan to sit here and have those type of results. So what I want you to do is really reflect, what does your ideal relationship look like? And I really want you to contemplate long and hard by that. And then I want you to reflect, is what your life that you're living now produce that type of relationship? And ask yourself that. So there's a two-part to this question. Ask yourself, what is your ideal relationship? And then ask yourself, is the way I'm living my life going to produce those type of relationships? And then you will see, like, hey, do I need to make adjustments? Or, okay, is how I'm living ultimately causing the right people to sit here and be connected to me? The next question is, what challenges were producing this relationship? So not only do we need to reflect on the worst consequences you can get out of this relationship, but you also need to know the challenges that you're facing. So you can understand, is that connected to everything? Because what I find interesting too, the challenge that you face in a relationship seeps out on other parts of your life too. When it's very, very toxic, it's going to create very toxic things around you. It's going to create a toxic environment for your career. It's going to create a toxic environment for your personal development. It's going to create a toxic environment even for the people that you've been connected to longer than the person you're involved with. Like, it creates toxic relationships. It literally does sit here and bring forth a lot of bad things in other areas of your life. So I want you to ask yourself, what challenges are being produced, and what will happen if this relationship doesn't exist any longer? What would be the wins out of that? And what you're doing is kind of comparing and contrasting and seeing, okay, is the wins more than the challenges, or is the challenges less than like, you're balancing and trying to see, okay, am I really losing things out of this relationship? Or is there wins and this is just a tough thing we're just going to have to get through? Because I will say, with relationships and friendships, there is going to be a level of challenges, okay? But you have to understand what is really a loss, and really what is something that you can work through and ultimately overcome. So I want you to really Write these questions down, and I want y'all to really reflect on it and really answer these questions and really start analyzing your life. What is your life mirroring? What is everything that is coming out of your life? What is it reflecting? Is it reflecting those dreams that you keep speaking of? Or is it like an enemy towards those very things you said you want to see? So that's all I have for you. But this was a quick coaching video. And that is all, y'all. I hope y'all have a wonderful day today. Choose to have a wonderful day. And until next time, I will see y'all soon. Bye, y'all.